Loneliness is a deeply human experience, one that touches all of us at different points in life. It's easy to feel isolated and believe that it's a reflection of our worth, that if we were funnier, kinder, or more outgoing, we wouldn't be in this position. But loneliness isn't about failure or inadequacy, it's about being human. We are wired for connection. Our biology craves it as much as food and water. Yet modern life often pulls us away from it. We live in a world where busyness is a badge of honor, and independence is celebrated over interdependence. Social media can make us feel surrounded by people, yet lonelier than ever. It's no wonder so many of us find ourselves feeling isolated, even when we're surrounded by others. Loneliness is not a character flaw, it's a signal, like hunger, that something is missing. It's a reminder that connection is essential to our well-being. And like any signal, it calls us to action, not to judge ourselves, but to gently ask, what can I do to nurture connection in my life? Recognizing loneliness as a shared human experience is the first step in breaking its grip and moving toward belonging. Friendship begins where masks come off. Yet for many of us, the idea of vulnerability, of letting someone see our true, unpolished selves, feels terrifying. What if we're judged? What if they don't like us? These fears are natural, but they also keep us trapped, disconnected, and longing for deeper connections. Vulnerability isn't about oversharing or exposing every part of ourselves to everyone we meet. It's about taking small, courageous steps to be authentic. It's saying, I'd love to get to know you better, or admitting, I've been struggling lately. These moments of openness are the foundation of genuine relationships. Why? Because when we let someone see who we truly are, we invite them to do the same. Friendships built on vulnerability are more than surface-level acquaintances. They're rooted in trust, empathy, and mutual respect. These connections allow us to feel seen and understood, imperfections and all. Vulnerability doesn't guarantee instant friendships, but it creates the fertile ground where they can grow. The truth is, no one connects over perfection. We connect through shared experiences, struggles, and emotions. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we don't just open the door to friendship, we walk through it hand in hand with courage. In a world that values likes, followers, and a packed social calendar, it's easy to believe that the number of friends we have defines our worth. But true connection isn't about quantity, it's about quality. One meaningful relationship can fill your life with more joy and support than dozens of shallow acquaintances ever could. Friendship isn't about always being surrounded by people, it's about being truly seen by a few. Deep relationships are built on trust, shared vulnerability, and the kind of understanding that only comes from spending real time together. These connections require effort and emotional investment, which is why it's impossible to maintain that depth with a large number of people. When you focus on quality, you're choosing to cultivate relationships where you feel safe and supported. It's the friend who checks in on you after a tough day, who listens without judgment, and who celebrates your wins like they're their own. These are the connections that nourish us and remind us we're not alone. So let go of the pressure to be friends with everyone. Invest your energy where it matters most. It's not about how many people you know, it's about having the right people standing beside you when it counts. Building connections with others requires more than just desire, it demands courage and intention. It's not enough to hope for deeper relationships, we must actively take steps to create them, even when it feels uncomfortable or risky. Many of us hesitate to reach out because we fear rejection or feel uncertain about how to begin. But true connection begins with bravery, the willingness to put ourselves out there despite those fears. Connection isn't accidental, it's cultivated through deliberate effort. It might mean texting someone you haven't spoken to in a while, inviting a coworker to coffee, or introducing yourself to a new neighbor. These actions, though small, are powerful. They signal openness and a desire to connect, creating opportunities for relationships to grow. Courage also involves consistency. Building trust and meaningful relationships takes time, and that means showing up repeatedly. It's not about grand gestures, but about being present, remembering birthdays, checking in during hard times, or simply saying, how are you really doing? Intentional connection also requires us to prioritize relationships in our busy lives. We must create space for others, even when schedules are full, because connection thrives in moments of shared time and attention. With courage and effort, connection becomes not just a possibility, but a reality. The foundation of every meaningful friendship starts within. How you treat yourself sets the tone for how you engage with others. If you constantly criticize yourself, believing you're unworthy of connection, it can create walls that keep others at a distance. On the other hand, when you practice self-kindness, you cultivate the confidence and openness needed to invite others into your life. Being kind to yourself means embracing your imperfections and recognizing that you don't have to be perfect to be loved or valued. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion and understanding you would offer a dear friend. When you give yourself grace, you're better able to extend that same grace to others. Friendships thrive on mutual empathy, and it starts with how you care for your own heart. Self-kindness also helps you set healthy boundaries, ensuring that your relationships are built on mutual respect. It allows you to show up authentically, free from the fear of pretending to be someone you're not. By honoring your needs and acknowledging your worth, you model the kind of friendship you wish to have. The more you nurture yourself, the more space you create for meaningful connections to flourish.